If you're looking for passage...
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore. Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. It's not right losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what. I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of trouble. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second Councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Raven Rock started out as an Imperial city. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles. But House Redoran took over. We turned it around, and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonian. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland. Giolan, we're starting up.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even ask, yes, I have the supplies you requested.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gallo.
But what?
If you're looking
This
for passage,
boat cost me
talk
double
to
what
Captain
we
Gallo.
paid. Nothing I can do about it.
Captain Gallen does
Damn
the
it,
business.
Jolland, you know we
I'm
don't
just
have
a
that
ship's
much
captain.
contact.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised their prices again. And there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drake we have. Let me talk to Laryl. I'll see what we can do.
All right, then. Don't worry about rushing. Just pay me when you can.
Your visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our code. Otherwise...
Just remember who's in
I'll give you this
charge.
warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine. No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why. I don't know. I feel strange just thinking about it. A temple, maybe. Here on the island, something about a temple? The strongholds keep to themselves. Skyrim hasn't always been kind to the orcs. For an outsider like you to be accepted, an orc would have to make you blood kin and send word to the chiefs. Trust like that is not freely given.
I work for Mogul. You got a problem? You talk to him.
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks. That's not someone who lives in Raven Rock, I don't think. But it sounds so familiar. Maybe. I can't help but think of some sort of temple on the island. Why would that be?
I'm still here. What do you need to take? I'm heading home, if you need me.
Teldred, the best swordsman in all Morrowind, is at your service. For the right price. Then let's be off. If it'll help us get moving quicker, sure. Right behind you. Anytime you want to head for Skyrim, I'm right with you. I've spent enough time...
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux Jack. The Ashspawn attacks on the bulwark are getting worse. Captain Veleth is trying his best, but I think the Redoran Guard are overwhelmed. With the mine shut down, there's no telling how much longer Raven Rock's going to last. Hopefully, Councillor Morvain has a plan. I heard crazy old Cressius has been sneaking in the Raven Rock mine again. At his age, he's going to get himself killed in there. The Redoran Guard have spotted a pack of werewolves in the mountains. The hunters up on Frostmoon Crag might know more. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujamma in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. Ah, But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born, and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink!" and tosses the bottle. And it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick. True story, friend. True story. The finest sujamma to cross your lips. In fact, I've just... All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready. I was kind of hoping you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the sujamma and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you.
What's our next move? Long story, but I don't see the harm in sharing it with you. My last patron was a true Nord. He was dressed in animal skins, had tattoos on his face. A real traditional type, if you know what I mean. He had an insatiable bloodlust and was extremely stubborn. One of the toughest employers I've ever had. Simple. He paid well. Very well. Anyway, we'd just cleared a ruined fort somewhere outside of Whiterun, and when we got outside, we saw one of them galloping away on horseback. Well, my boss wasn't about to let him get away, so we pursued. On foot. For 3 days. Until we ended up tracking him to one of the largest bandit encampments I'd ever seen. My patron took one look at me and made the most menacing grin I'd ever seen. At that moment, I knew I'd never see him again. No amount of money would ever be worth that kind of death. Lead on. Hope we don't run into too many ash spawn out here.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
I'll give you this warning. Take that swill and pour it down a well.
Well, we have all sorts. Sorry, Gildas won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the netch. Until next time.
Not
My
much
husband
contact.
Vendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock.
Got the skull.
I'm sure got nothing better to do.
Keep to themselves.
May your path be free from danger.
Why? Never seen a veteran guard before?
Miserable. At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Keep yourself safe.
Welcome to
Solstheim's
Ra-
still a dangerous place.
Always a pleasure to taste anything Galdis comes up with. Next time you're hungry, stop by.
Want to buy anything? Or Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks. If you need any supplies, you know where to find me.
You haven't seen Precious Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Precious, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Raven Rock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften. I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Rife, a very talented armor smith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since. Well, well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart? Good to hear. Damn layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been... Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it. A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect. Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there. You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed. You tell Cresius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
Miserable. This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the point trying to make a life here?
You're... what? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. Remember, we're watching.
Looking for any potion? I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen? Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients if you're ever in
My
the
husband Vendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken. You look able to venture outside of town. Oh, how kind. A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom.
This may be the frontier. We've still got room. You lost?
On behalf of House Redoran and as Councillor of Raven Rock, I bid you welcome. Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up, and our eyesight hazy. Thank you. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
Huh? Hope we don't
There's
run
nothing
into
beyond the
many
bulwark
ash
except wild Nords and ash waste.
If you're looking for the East Empire Company, they... what's our next move?
Here in the shrine that they have forgotten.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here? Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. That makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there. Building something, clearly, and yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out. There is the big island of Vardenfell, the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties on Vardenfell. I've never been to the mainland myself. Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our ship.
And when the world shall see...
And when the world remembers.
Anytime you want to head for Skyrim,
That world.
I've spent enough
will
time
cease
on Soul
to
Star to last a lifetime. Lead on!
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Cretius, last time you explored the mine, you almost... My apology. Well, that sounds lovely. Thank you.
Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel, and he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall, but I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance.
Finally!
restless dead.
I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look! My wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. He's begging for patrons again, eh? Well, I suppose I could have just a bit. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. Look, I know I don't have much to go, but I also have a miner's... I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are
Why
solid.
you're leading Cretius on, I'll never
like
understand.
Be careful down there. The mine can be treacherous.
Why you're leading Cretius on, I'll never understand.
Make way!
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Welcome to the retching Netch, Outlander. What can I... Perfect. All that's left... As promised, here's a little something for yourself. Come back anytime. My doors are all...
If it wasn't for the bulwark, we'd be digging our...
Find my pickaxe. So, you finally... Tell you what, since you went through all the... I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking things from other people. Now that you've delivered the message, I'm satisfied.
Hope we don't run
Besides,
into too
that
many
pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use. No, Wait, I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.